Good day and welcome to our weekly online Informante TV News Bulletin. I am Alvine Miriam Samuel. The notorious JN Entertainment Complex in Windhoek's Dolam neighborhood in Katutura went up in flames on Sunday evening. A patron is suspected of dosing the bar room in flames, chasing out tens of customers, striking a match and setting the place on fire around 10 in the evening.
A bar reveller, Clarence Linen Eichoff, died in the fireball, while 3 others were hospitalized for serious injuries. Eyewitnesses claim the deceased ran back into the burning building with the intention to loot alcohol. Other eyewitnesses have described the self-confessed arsonist, 48-year-old Gary Cooper, a long-time neighbor and known frequenter of the bar, as the man responsible. Cooper, the father of 3 and a construction worker, told Informante how outraged he was that a petty incident led him to spark the fire. He claims that someone snatched his bottle of brandy and ran off. He ran after him, and when he returned, his cell phone was stolen. JNN was known as a center for violent crime and murder in the neighborhood. Cooper said he had contacted the investigating officer and would hand himself in. However, Chief Albert Ndabene of the Criminal Investigation Unit at Katutura Police Station denied any knowledge of the claim.
Namibia faces an uphill struggle to ensure continuous power supply until 2018, when the massive Kudu gas power generation project comes online.
In the absence of a guaranteed import from Eskom, until then, it will indeed be challenging for Nampower to keep the lights on.
Shilamba called on Nampower customers, small and large, to reduce electricity usage by at least 1/10, and especially during peak hours from 6 to 9 in the mornings and 6 to 9 in the evenings.
The Nampower Board of Directors has resolved to approve the rolling out of the massive DSM program involving the free distribution of 1 million LED bulbs in residential houses throughout the country, promoting in close cooperation with the various banks and funding institutions in Namibia, the replacement of 20,000 electrical water heaters with solar water heaters in residential houses through a rebate initiative, and finally negotiations with large customers for access to their standby diesel generators to support electricity demand during peak and emergency periods. The program is expected to yield a combined saving of approximately 110 megawatts over a period of 5 years.
The LED pilot project is to start in Otjovorong, and the campaign is to be in full swing early next year.
Bureaucracy and the reluctance of the German government to acknowledge guilt for the 1904 genocide have been identified as the greatest stumbling block in the repatriation of over 50 skulls still held in various institutions and in private collections in Germany.
According to Hoffmann, who was speaking at a press conference upon her return from a Pan-African conference in Germany, her committee is working tirelessly through the Namibian ambassador in Germany to have all the skulls returned to Namibia from institutions such as the Freiburg University. She adamantly called for the immediate return of the skulls.
Return the skulls to Namibia. This must be a government-to-government action with the full involvement of the descendants, relatives of the victims of genocide.
Festus Munjo of the Rere Technical Committee, who also spoke at the same event, elaborated that the committees are not only advocating for reparations in the form of money, but in other forms such as the building of roads, hospitals and schools in the areas predominantly occupied by the Ova Hereru and Nama people.
If you look at the things that Germany has paid as reparation to the Jews, they build harbors, that's not money. They build railroads. They put locomotives and coaches on those railroads. They also gave ships, not just harbors, but ships, built docks. They even provided electricity. Those are some of the things that we are also looking at.
Murder-accused Carl Friedrich Eichoff has been denied bail after marathon 4-day bail application hearing in the Hochveld Periodical Court last week Friday. Eichoff's case was remanded to February 24 next year to allow for further police investigation. The 31-year-old is accused of the gruesome murder of 51-year-old Cornelius Slinger and his 3 dogs on 6 October before pushing the deceased and his dogs into abandoned aardvark burrows. Eichoff also faces additional charges of obstruction of justice and the ill treatment of animals. The suspect has been in police custody since his arrest following the discovery of Slinger's body in an aardvark burrow on Eichoff's family farm, Ver Genoeg. Eichoff confessed to the crime 2 days after the killing and pointed out the burial site to the police investigating team, which led to his arrest on October 8. The Namibian police have relocated close to 150 striking Hilton Hotel employees to the National Union of Namibian Workers headquarters in Katutura, where the group has been demonstrating since last Saturday.
The strike began as a result breakdown in wage negotiations between the Namibian Food and Allied Workers Union, NAFAO, representing the workers and the Hilton management last week Thursday. On Tuesday of this week, negotiations that began on Monday broke down after the hotel management again failed to meet the demands of the workers.
We are striking for increasement, whereby we demand bonus in December and house allowance. Because if we are looking to the living standard here in Windhoek or in the city, the living standard is too high. That's why we request the company or demand the company to give us a house allowance for 700.
According to Comas Regional Crime Coordinator Deputy Commissioner Sylvanus Nishidimbwa, the group agreed to the move in line with a previous court order that prohibits the holding of demonstrations within a 500-meter radius of the Supreme Court.
Thank you for watching. This is Informante News. Until next time, I am Alvina Miriam Samuel. Goodbye.